Close the store down!
Severe weather swept across parts of New Jersey, unleashing intense rainfall that triggered widespread flooding, dangerous road conditions, and major disruptions across several communities. This type of extreme rain event, often referred to as flash flooding, occurs when precipitation falls faster than the ground and drainage systems can absorb it, causing water to rise within minutes rather than hours. The powerful storm system caused water levels to surge rapidly on streets, highways, and residential areas, leaving numerous drivers stranded and prompting emergency crews to respond throughout the affected regions. Flash floods are particularly dangerous because conditions can shift from manageable to life-threatening in a very short window, which is why officials consistently urge residents to avoid travel once flood warnings are issued. The most severe impacts were recorded in Monmouth County, a coastal region where low-lying terrain and proximity to the ocean and Back Bay areas make communities especially vulnerable to rapid water accumulation during intense storms. Towns such as Asbury Park, Neptune City, Deal, Long Branch, and Ocean Township saw their streets overwhelmed by heavy downpours, with floodwaters covering roadways and creating hazardous conditions for both residents and motorists. In coastal towns like these, storm drains can become overwhelmed quickly, especially during high tide, compounding the effects of heavy rainfall and making flooding more severe than it might be further inland. One of the more dramatic events took place in Ocean Township, where a partial roof collapse occurred at a BJ's Wholesale club during the peak of the storm. Roof failures during severe storms typically happen when accumulated rainwater exceeds the structural load a roof is designed to bear, particularly on large flat-roofed commercial buildings where drainage systems can become blocked or overwhelmed. Heavy rain and severe weather conditions caused a section of the large retail building to give way, allowing significant amounts of water and debris to pour into the store. Emergency personnel arrived quickly to assess the structural damage and ensure the safety of everyone inside. Although several people in the building were briefly affected by the collapse, there were no reports of serious injury, a fortunate outcome given the scale of the structural failure. In Ocean Township, flooding also disrupted nearby roads and surrounding areas as water accumulated at a fast pace throughout the community. A number of streets became nearly impassable, while authorities worked to control traffic flow and maintain public safety near both the damaged store and other flooded sites. Emergency responders often prioritize closing off flooded intersections early, since even a small depth of moving water can be enough to sweep a vehicle off the road. In Asbury Park, substantial amounts of water pooled across multiple streets, converting ordinary roads into flooded zones within a short span of time. Some vehicles had difficulty moving through the high water, underscoring a common and serious risk during flash floods. Many stranded vehicle incidents happen because drivers underestimate how quickly water can rise or misjudge its depth. Local officials kept a close watch on conditions while urging drivers to steer clear of areas experiencing rising floodwaters, reinforcing the widely used safety guidance to never drive through a flooded roadway, since floodwater can conceal washed-out pavement, downed power lines, or other hidden hazards. Nearby, Neptune City and Neptune Township also suffered flooding as intense rain overwhelmed local drainage systems. Municipal stormwater systems are typically engineered to handle a certain rate of rainfall, and when storms deliver rain faster than that capacity, water backs up onto streets almost immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right, I think we're good for now.
Several low-lying roads became hard to navigate, and residents described difficult travel conditions as stormwater spread throughout parts of the community. Further along the Jersey Shore, Long Branch and Deal were also among the areas hit by the severe weather, with water pooling near businesses and traffic disruptions reported as heavy rain moved through the coastal region. Flooding near commercial areas can carry an added economic toll, as standing water can damage inventory, electrical systems, and building foundations even after the storm itself has passed. The flooding was not confined to Monmouth County. In Camden County, the city of Camden experienced flash flooding that created serious issues on local roadways. Several vehicles became trapped in floodwaters, and some streets were temporarily shut down as emergency responders helped stranded motorists and worked to clear affected areas. Vehicle entrapments are among the most common emergency calls during flash flood events, since it often takes only a foot or two of fast-moving water to float a car and carry it off course. Gloucester Township, also in Camden County, was among the other communities impacted by the heavy rainfall, with flooded roads and poor driving conditions creating challenges for commuters, and some areas facing temporary access restrictions as water levels stayed high. The storm also caused significant transportation disruptions throughout New Jersey. Numerous roads were closed, restricted, or subject to detours due to standing water and unsafe driving conditions. Authorities cautioned drivers against attempting to cross flooded roadways, noting that water depth could shift rapidly and create dangerous situations. This guidance echoes the turnaround, don't drown principle used nationally by emergency management agencies, since floodwater depth is notoriously difficult to judge from inside a vehicle. Beyond the flooding, the severe weather also led to power outages in various areas. If you found this video informative and valuable, please consider subscribing to Storm Strike for more in-depth coverage of severe weather events, storm tracking, and breaking news as conditions develop. Hitting the bell icon will ensure you're notified the moment we release new updates, so you never miss important weather coverage. We'd also greatly appreciate a like, as it helps this content reach more people who may benefit from staying informed. Finally, we invite you to share your thoughts, experiences, or questions in the comments below. We truly value hearing from our viewers and read every comment. Thank you for your continued support.